This is Kugan Cassius for iFLTV. It's Thursday, 2 days out from Fisher Allen 2. Normally we'd have a press conference today.
Yeah.
So you've had a bit of a, not a lazy day, but you've had an easier day than normal?
Yeah, I went to Talksport today. I thought it was going to be like me and Johnny Fisher and Jim White, Simon Jordan, but Johnny Fisher didn't go, so it was just me, and they got Jamie on after. It was good actually. Simon Jordan didn't speak while I was on. I don't know, I just thought they didn't really say anything, but apparently he likes me. So it was a good day all in all, really. I had a good day. Got a few more media commitments to do, and then it's weighing them. It's time to go.
What? So you did a segment with Jordan, and he didn't speak to you, ask you anything during the whole bit?
I don't think he spoke the whole time. He kept nodding at me and smiling at me, and I just thought, oh, all right, this is good. I don't know what I expected really, but he says he really likes me apparently when I left. So Simon Jordan's one of them very divisive characters, you know, and I'm not really a radio listener, to be honest, but thank you for liking me.
I can do the mic, by the way. You don't need to do that. It's fine. That's fine. I know you like to be in control of situations. How does this week compare to the first fight week, pressure-wise, everything in your head, motivation-wise, everything?
You know, I'm much happier. I'm much happier in England. It was a right ball like getting to Saudi, weren't it? 21 hours. It took me 3 hours to get here. So yeah, I'm happy really. I'm quite content. I'm content with my life. My life's really good. I feel great. I'm ready for Saturday. Motivation is just a financial thing really now. Not that I gave up on being a champion, but I came to the realisation I wasn't going to be good enough. If I win Saturday, I put myself in the British title picture, amazing, but realistically, it's a money thing now. If I beat Johnny Fisher, I'll make a lot more money. If I don't, you know, probably get fed to another good prospect or back on the small hall until that becomes possible. So a lot riding on Saturday financially, but for me, I found a lot of peace since the Saudi fight in myself, and I'm just looking forward to it. Like a genuine, I wouldn't say excitement, but like a genuine looking forward to fighting because I'm fit, I'm trained really well. So I'm content with what happens.
I spoke to you and Johnny immediately after the fight night in Saudi and asked about the rematch. And back then it was like, yeah, you know, if the situation arises, it works well for both of you, it will happen. But did you really think from that point that it would happen within kind of this, I suppose, 5-month period between December and now, or not really?
I didn't really know what to think. I mean, I had Christmas and that. I was ill over Christmas. I was badly ill. Then January, February, I enjoyed January and February. But I was back in the gym. And there's a show at Donny Rovers next week, GBM are doing. And because I've not heard about the Fisher fight, I thought I was going to box on that. And then I heard whispers that the Fisher fight might happen. And I thought, well, I didn't think it was the right fight for him. But obviously I was happy with it. You know, I thought I'm going to make a fortune here. And another fight where it's winnable, you know, because I've had loads of fights that really weren't winnable. That when I look back, they weren't that winnable really. So I was happy for it to happen. Then obviously it got made, and the best fight for me really, the biggest fight, the best paid, and the best winnable opportunity really, apart from really dropping down a few levels.
Listening to Johnny Fisher's comments yesterday, his indication seems that he's not going to attempt to leave this to any kind of scoring decision. Your prediction for the fight yesterday, that you think you'll beat him on points, was that sarcastic or what?
No, we always want to stop each other, don't we? Of course, I'd love to stop him, love to knock him out. But I think it'll go long. Yeah, I think it'll go the distance. Judging on the last fight, the physicality in 5 months, he's not going to hit too much harder. He's going to be much physically stronger. It's impossible. Like, you can train hard. He's not going to hit much harder. So I'd be surprised if he stopped me. There'd be something like He can hit me with a good shot and catch me on the chin and take me out. Of course, I know that, but I'm defensively aware. And I don't know, I don't see me stopping him either, really. I think we're really evenly matched. I think we could box 10 times, have 10 close fights. I think it'd be another close fight again. He was on his way the first time to doing a good job on me, and then he got into a fight and I caught him, and it was hectic from there. This time, I think I'll have to bide my time again, but this time, hopefully, when I get to him, I'll do a bit of cuter, smarter work, and I'll be fit enough to really win the rounds conclusively, like the round 10 last time. I thought I won round 10, but I watching it back, I didn't do enough to really seal it. So yeah, I think he'll go the distance. I don't think it's hard enough to stop me based on the first fight, and I think he's fit enough and wants it enough to see the final bell, whatever happens. So I think it'll go 10. Yeah.
Does round 5 in the original fight give you confidence to know that you can hurt Johnny Fisher?
Yeah, it's always nice when you can hurt someone. I caught him with a good shot that he didn't see coming, that'll put anyone over. So the chances of me landing a shot like that is slim. There wasn't really anything in it. It was a left hook. It was really short. There wasn't much power in it. It wasn't really much backswing. I caught him on the chin, so the chance of me landing that same shot is slim. But I know I can hurt him, and the confidence is really. He didn't really hurt me too much, to be honest. So I expect more of a boxing match this time. He says he's going to come and do this and do that. If he comes out to go at me early, I think it'll suit me. But I'd be surprised if that was the case. I'm ready for that if it is, but I think it's more of a boxing match this time.
This might sound a bit of a weird question, but like prior to this situation with you and Johnny Fisher, the biggest moment of your career is when you headlined the O2 against Lucas Brown and knocked him out. Is this a far, considering where you are in your career, is this a far bigger fight for you? Because I remember that moment will always be in your career. Like I said, you headlined, and at that point in your career, that was a big win for you. But where does that kind of compare with if you were to beat him at the Copper Box this week?
I don't think anything will top the Lucas Brown night, to be honest. So I'm 27 years old there. I'm only 4 years removed from some really bad times. I was only a few years removed from him. Do you know what I mean? At that point, headlining shows at that point was just like, it was an impossibility. I had the Yoka fight like 9 months before. Everyone telling me to retire. So the Brown, for me, it was massive for me because I just couldn't believe that I'd done it. So the Brown fight, I don't think we'll ever top it. I think even if I went on and, we're talking Dreamland, but like if I went on and won a proper title, still wouldn't top it. That was everything to me. I was proud of myself. And I wasn't proud of myself at the time, but I am looking back now that I did that. So Saturday night for me, I don't really see it as a massive fight, really. It's a good domestic dust-up, 2 hard men, good fighters. But it is what it is. It's just another fight for me. And most of them are now. I'm far removed from the fella I was years ago. I'm just a professional sportsman now. I am. I train hard. I'm away from home all the time, and it's my job.
I remember the point where it didn't go your way against Leroy Thomas, and that was for a Commonwealth title, and you were desperate to win that Commonwealth title at that point. Would you say at this part of your career now, which is, I'm assuming, not fair to say, it's the latter stage of your career, do you think you've underachieved in your career?
I'd say I've probably overachieved still. If I had put 100% in and got the best out of my abilities, I'd probably earn about the same money as I've earned now. Probably have done the same kind of things. Probably wouldn't have headline shows. Well, maybe the Johnny Fisher fight, because Johnny Fisher's so big, sells so many tickets. But I could have got a bit more out of myself. I would never have been in trouble in the U6 and Furies, but I'd have got a little bit more out of myself. But I've just been myself, really. And being me, somehow, fortunately, gave me great opportunities that I wouldn't have got if I was just that 10% better. Do you know what I mean? I would have been a better fighter, but I'd have just been another big lump. There's loads of big lumps. And I'm lucky I was a big lump. That was character really, weren't I? I think, but I'm far removed from that now. I'm not really, I wouldn't even say I'm that same person anymore. Yeah, just matured. And I'm glad I have as well, because I was an idiot.
Is it a case of one fight at a time for you before even thinking about...
No, I'm planning ahead. I want to retire at 35. So I've got 22 months now to make as much money as I can. Hopefully have enough good wins where I can stay in boxing after, whatever it's doing. You know, did a bit of torch work today. I'd love to do something like that. I'd love to do anything like that. So I've got 22 months where I need to win a few big fights, make enough money, and settle the rest of my life for myself, because I'll be 35 in a couple of years, and I might get another 20 to 50 years out of myself. I plan on getting pretty fucking big when I retire. So yeah, who knows how long I'll last, but yeah, the next 22 months are big. They are big, but win, lose or draw, I come in 100% every time now. I try my best, and I will entertain every time, because I'm fit and on it, and a decent fighter. But I got no illusions of how good I am. I'm a good fighter, and I'm proud of that, but I'm not any better than that, and I'm not any worse. So what'll be, will be.
What have you made of this situation with Big John and Gareth and all that, with their kind of... Gareth doesn't, or Big John doesn't talk to Gareth now over comments he made in the first fight, calling the judging a disgrace, and it's kind of carried on into this fight week as well. I mean, what's your take on that?
I just think it's pointless. I don't get it. I'm chilled out. I couldn't be bothered with that. I'm not bothered. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand. I lost the fight, and I thought I probably won it. At the time, I thought I'd won it. I watched it back after, and I thought, I think I won it. But it's been and gone. I'm not going to fall out of anybody over... I spoke to one of the judges, actually, in Saudi after the fight on the Sunday morning, and he came over, and he was like, I've had a lot of stick over the thing. I shook his hand and I said, you scored it on the night you thought you won. What do you want me to say? Like, you scored it, you scored it. So I shook his hand and said, there's no hard feelings from me, because she felt like he won. He scored it down. All three of them judges would have scored it down the line. They scored it after they saw it. So falling out over stuff like that for me is ridiculous. I'm not that guy though. I like Johnny Fisher. I'm boxing Saturday, but I think he's a lovely fella. So what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? If I didn't like him, I'd tell you I didn't like him, but I do like him. So I'm not into all that stuff.
He was repping one of his t-shirts yesterday, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was being childish, really. Yeah, it's childish. I'm childish like that, but it's all in good jest. There's no hard feelings. And this week, like, he's I wouldn't say putting the front on, but he's trying to be more professional, a bit more, not professional because that'd be unfair, but trying to take it more serious, trying to block me out. I think he's trying to block me out, because I know what I'm doing as well. I like the fella, I do like him, but I do play a bit of mental warfare. I did for the first fight, and I have a little bit for the second one, but I'm not bothered, because I know when the final bell goes, whether I knock him out, he knocks me out, win on points, a draw, we'll shake hands and we'll be very good friends. So I'm not going to jeopardise that for a few views or to make people laugh. I'm not into that. So yeah.
This question I asked to Eddie Hearn yesterday. He was obviously at the Fabio Wardley and Justice Hooney press conference, where Fabio Wardley has obviously spent a lot of his career with Eddie, and now he's on an opposing side. Similarities really where you spent a lot of your career with Hearn and Matchroom, and now you're kind of, I'm not saying quite the same way as the Fabio thing, but obviously his guy in this is Johnny Fisher. Yeah. How does that dynamic work? Does it mean anything or not really to you? I
first boxed on a Matchroom show October 2015, and we're now May 2015. And we've had we worked together. There were times where like I would have loved to say, you know what, fuck you, because you've done me over there, or I don't like that. But was nowhere else to go. He was number one. Do you know what I mean? That's the honest truth of it. There were times where I thought, fucking hell, I'm not happy with this, that, and the other, but I had to stay. And there was a time with the Dubois situation where everyone else would have just gone and signed in front row and boxing. But he has been good to me, really. Without him, I wouldn't have been nobody. And like I always said, we were in James at the very 2013. I met you at Sheffield. I met you April 25th. Do you remember? April 25th, 2013. You two, Eddie, there would be no me. So I'm not going to sit here and slag Ed off, even though at times I thought you're a fucker. Do you know what I mean? Because I would never do that because he has been good to me, and I blind loyally stuck to him. And I'd like to think that's why at times, even though I do feel like he has done me over a few times, a little bit, he has been good to me, and he helped me out a few times. I remember about 2022, I had nothing to offer him. I weren't boxing, and I messaged him once. I said I need some advice, and you know what? He rang me within about 2 minutes. I thought, fucking fair play, but I thought I'm still gonna get that fucking Dubois money watch, and look at me now. We ain't quite got it yet though, but we'll get it. We're gonna get it.
Just a bit of context on the term "do you over"? Do you mean in terms of you should have been paid more than than what you got? Yeah,
do me over probably the wrong term. He never done me over, but there's just things obviously unhappy with. But that's promoter and boxer stuff, innit? I didn't want more money at the time. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I didn't want more money at the time. Eddie probably looked at me and thought, fucking hell, what a guy, pay him fucking this and he'll box him. So yeah, it was my fault at times. I was an idiot. I was like, oh, boxing, yeah, fucking money, I don't give a fuck about the money. And I didn't. So, yeah, done me over the wrong term. But there were times where, like, yeah, there were certain things, I thought, fucking, I'm not happy with that. But he's an integral part of me being at 33 now and having a nice life, so I'm very grateful for him. Like I say, he rung me a few times when I asked him to over a few issues that I wanted to speak to him about over certain things. And I respect him for that, and I think we have a good relationship. Yeah, my friend, the same way he's probably not anyone's. He's not really anyone's friend because he's so fucking busy. But I got respect to him, and we're buddies. Yeah. He wants Johnny Fisher to win, though. That's a business thing. Personally, he wants me to win.
Yeah, he did say yesterday that if it was anyone else apart from his fighters, as in the same situation with Fabio Wardley, he'd be supporting Fabio Wardley, and like vice versa with yourself. So Johnny Fisher is his guy, as is Justice Hooney. So
he would not begrudge me winning though Saturday.
No, he wouldn't. He definitely wouldn't.
He would fuck up a lot, to be honest. But I think he'd be happy for me, and I like that. It'd be nice. He would be happy for me. So and I genuinely think he would be. So yeah, I get that question so many times. What's Eddie like? What happened with this and that? He's all right.
Okay, well, I know you've got a few other things to do today, so that would drive you mad. But have you got anything else you'd like to add? Obviously, Wayne tomorrow. Genesis Cinema, I think that's right, at 1 o'clock, yes, in Mile End. And then, at the Copper Box on Saturday night.
We're going to turn it into a Copper Box on Saturday. You know what, I'm just grateful to be here. I'm very grateful. 2025, 6 years and a month ago, we was over at the Intercontinental getting ready to watch Lucas Brown. There's been so many points in my career. You could pick any point out of my career before December 21st, 2024. I would never have headlined another show. I was grateful to be here. People always say I'm self-deprecating, but I'm not, I'm honest. Should I be headlining a show really at 2025? Probably not, but I'm here. And I've always been that guy. I've never said I'm the best or this or that. I'm not anything. But I'm stubborn. And I ain't fucking going nowhere till I fucking get what I want.
Dave, Allen, much appreciate your time. If I don't see you tomorrow, we'll definitely obviously see you Saturday night. Yeah. All right?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah, thank you.